Tomorrow, all but one of the U.S. embassies and consulates closed because of a security threat will reopen. The embassies were shuttered based on what U.S. officials described as credible information. However, in Pakistan, the American consulate in Lahore will remain closed. Authorities say that's because of a different threat. The U.S. embassy in Yemen, shut down a week ago, will also not reopen over ongoing fears of terrorist activity in that country. Diplomatic relations between the U.S. and this country are in limbo at the moment, as Canada is currently without an American ambassador. It comes at a crucial time as Canadians await a decision on a pipeline mega project. But as Mike LeCouture reports, there are concerns the delay in a new appointment might be strategic politicking.
When Prime Minister Harper met with President Obama in June, it's likely they talked about the Keystone XL pipeline. While Harper waits for Obama's decision on the billion-dollar project, Canada's main line of communication to the White House is on hold. Ambassador David Jacobson's term ended a month ago, and the U.S. has yet to name his replacement. Former Ambassador David Wilkins wonders what's the holdup.
They need to pick their person. They need to let the American people, the Canadian government, and everyone else know who they want to be the next ambassador to Canada.
Now, the next ambassador has to be vetted by the U.S. Senate, a process which takes at least 3 months. With Republican and Democratic politicking causing a gridlock on Capitol Hill, the vetting process will likely be longer, according to this former Canadian diplomat.
It is not hard to imagine that a Republican senator would put a hold on the nomination, and that individual would then, since twist in the wind until the resolution of the XL pipeline.
The NDP believes the pipeline is only part of the problem, blaming it instead on what they call Canada's lack of leadership on foreign policy, especially in the Middle East.
Right now, given that Canada's image in the world, in that region and other regions, has been tarnished, well, maybe we're less, unfortunately, less useful than we would have been a few years ago.
Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird disagrees, saying Canada-U.S. relations remain strong. Now, a chargé d'affaires is in place at the embassy, but Robertson says that person doesn't have a direct line to the White House.
It's the ambassador who's calling the shots and who's also doing the leverage back in Washington, which is also necessary. He knows who to call back in Washington and can make things happen.
But without that voice here in the capital, some worry our interests in Washington, like the Keystone XL pipeline, will be put on the back burner. Mike LeCouture, Global News, Ottawa.